Welcome or welcome back to the Lockwood Chronicles. My name is Larissa and today we have our April TBR. Woo! In the stack I have 7 books that I am potentially hoping to read this April. Honestly, there wasn't much thought to this TBR. I just looked at my TBR shelves and just started pulling books off. And if you watch my spring TBR, I did pull a lot from there as well. And hopefully we'll get to those or DNF them and get them off my shelves. I just ate a cookie and there's just one crumb right here. So the first book up, we're gonna see if this is going to be a read or a DNF, and that is The Wedding Thief. I figured might as well get it done. That's the attitude that you should not have going into a reading month. Wedding season is underfoot. The Harrington sisters have never gotten along. Sarah is type A, career-focused event planner, and her younger sister, Mariel, is the opposite, bohemian, self-employed, and recently engaged. When their mother lures Sarah back to Connecticut under false pretenses, she is perturbed to find Mariel waiting for her, eager to reconcile their relationship. The two sisters haven't spoken since the night Sarah discovered that something was going on between her boyfriend Carter and Mariel. And now Mariel is about to marry Carter, the man she stole from Sarah and the man Sarah still loves. We'll see how it goes. And then the next book is The Mister by E.L. James. Again, another book I just want off my TBR. And I will say that I was a fan of the 50 Shades of Grey. Was it problematic? Yes, but did I enjoy it? It was a good time and I liked it and I stand by that. So I'd like to see what else this is. And this is not a Regency romance as to what I thought. The cover does give Regency romance though. You cannot convince me otherwise. But it does take place in London, which is kind of Regency, but it's in 2019. And this is following Maxim Trevelyan. Isn't that like the wife in 50 Shades of Grey? Isn't that her surname? So maybe they're all connected. I don't know. I don't want to know anything going into it. I've never heard anybody talk about this book. Things We Left Behind by Lucy Score. If you see that there's a bookmark in here, there is. I only got to page 22 and I had to put it down. I started it and I wasn't in the mood for it. And I feel like you have to, usually Lucy Score's writing is pretty easy to get along, but it's so chunky. And this is the 3rd book in the Knock 'em Out series. And I just don't think Lucy Score is the author for me. And so that's been really putting a halt to me finishing this series with this last book, mainly because I find her writing extremely repetitive. The same problems keep coming up over and over again, like at least it was in the last 2 books. If you cut out majority of those problems, you would have a decently sized book, like a good 350 page book. But the fact stands that she just writes really big chunky books and I feel like she writes them just to write them as big as possible, and I really hate that when authors do that. So there's been some resistance to me reading this, and also a lot of people were disappointed in this book, and I've heard the other end of the spectrum that this was their favorite book in the series. Anyway, I've been not as enthused to get back into it. We're gonna try it. I might read it on my Kindle because it is available on Kindle Unlimited and that's like less scary. But maybe I'll flip back and forth. I don't know. It's such a floppy book though. I do enjoy that. And it's not like I didn't like the other 2. We're gonna get Foreverinterrupted by Taylor Jenkins Reid checked off. I have a feeling. Either that or one of her other ones. This one, oh, I do see that it does take place in May though. Maybe I'll read it towards the end of April. Getting into those May vibes. Have you ever heard of supernovas? They shine brighter than anything else in the sky and then fade out really quickly. A short burst of extraordinary energy. I like to think you and Ben were like that. In that short time, you had more passion than some people have in a lifetime. So Elsie ends up having a whirlwind romance with this guy, Ben, and they elope very quickly within meeting each other. And then it says on the back, so not a spoiler, only 9 days later, Ben is out riding his bike when he is hit by a truck and killed on impact. That is very sad. So this is primarily following the daughter and mother-in-law. All right, we're finally gonna do it. I promise. Maybe. But I feel like it's the perfect time. Unlike the winter time, which was not the perfect time, obviously, because I didn't read it. And that is to get into the Dreamland Billionaire series, starting off with The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. And this is apparently, you know, Disneyland for adults. And it's dual POV between Rowan and Zara. Apparently Rowan hires Zara after Zara makes a bad review or something, critiques Dreamland's most expensive ride. And then she gets hired. And then I'm guessing a romance ensues. And then these next two books I do not have physical copies of yet because they are being released this month, and I am so excited for both of these books. The first book is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez, and that comes out April 2nd. I'm guessing it's a summer romance because it says Just for the Summer. I don't want to know anything about it. I just know that I'm going to read it and I'm going to love it. And I will most likely 100% be doing a reading vlog on it because I love her writing. It's so fun. And then the last one, which I always talk about, is Funny Story by Emily Henry, which has been pre-ordered since she announced it. And that comes out April 23rd, so later in the month. But we'll still have its own reading vlog because Emily Henry is my favorite author. It follows these two characters. Their exes are getting married or started dating, and now those two end up being roommates but end up fake dating. And it just sounds so fun. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I've cried in pretty much, actually nope, I've cried at 100% of all of Emily Henry's books because they just get you in the feels. So I can't wait to cry. Those are the, what did I say, 7 books that I will hopefully be reading this month. Oh, no, there's more. Wait, there's more. I forget which order it is, but I think the next book on my Kindle, because I gotta choose Kindle Unlimited books. Because we gotta make sure that we are actually utilizing our Kindle because I love reading on it. On Kindle Unlimited, I am going to continue on with Stephanie Archer's other series, which is The Crystal Cove. Am I confusing that with a different series? Well, regardless, I believe the second book in that, The Wrong Mr. Right, my Notion got them all out of order. As you'll see in my next video, which is my monthly wrap up, which is for March, you'll see that I read the first book in the series and really enjoyed it. I thought it was so fun and cute and perfect for like spring, summer. So to continue on with that, it's Queen's Cove. Queen's Cove, right? I think it's Queen's Cove. Also, I was unaware that Binding and Keeping 13 was on Kindle Unlimited, but apparently the rest of the series isn't? I don't know. I'm gonna look into that, but I would like to read that series. And keep a lookout for reading vlogs in the future. I'm excited! This is gonna be a fun reading month. I love spring, and I am excited for warm weather, being able to read outside. I would love to go check out some new parks to read at, so stick around and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future book content as well as reading vlogs for books that I read. And like this video, just because, like, you like it. And remember to respect others, respect yourself, and do something amazing with your day. Thanks, bye!